And if you guys can come on camera, that'd be great. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys, definitely going to show you one. I would like to show you two and something else I learned about. But if we only have time to look at two deals, that's fine too. So the first deal that I'm going to show you is going to be a deal that a wholesaler named Gregory, who's going to be joining us shortly, he sent me a text message with a deal. Now he's new. He hasn't finished an actual deal yet. He called me with a deal before. I tried to advise him on it. He didn't listen to me, so it fell through. And so I saw him last week. I went to the Moss Solutions real estate event, and I saw him in person. That's when he met me in person, and he was like, "Hey, I remember you," whatever. So we reconnected, and then he sent me another deal like that night or the night after or something like that. And so the deal that he sent me, he wanted me to call the lady because he couldn't close it. So he wanted me to call her to, try to close the deal. And so I didn't actually get to do that because I've been so busy. I'm like so busy right now. I don't even understand what's going on. I'm going from 5:30 in the morning to like midnight, like back to back, like nonstop. So because of that, I know my trusted real estate G, Gerald Price, he likes to be on the phone. I like to be on the phone too, but Gerald beats me on being on the phone. So Gerald's always down for the cause. He's always down to handle business when it comes to real estate. He's really good at working with people when they're going through hardship with their property and talking to them and kind of figuring out what's going on and getting a deal. So I had Gerald call. Gerald's also really good about recording his conversations. So he recorded the conversation. We're going to listen to the conversation. We're going to analyze it, dissect it. I want to see what kind of information you guys get from this. So to set it off, also, like if you want to go above and beyond for yourself, the whole point of this is like when they say teach a man how to fish, right? He doesn't have to, you'll never have to, I don't know what the saying is, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Teach somebody how to fish. So what I'm trying to do is show you guys also how to get your own deals. So this is actually something that we talked to in one of our weekly calls. So if you wasn't here for that, you can go down to this girl right here where it says, call me. This call right here was when I showed people how to do a call to get your own leads. So a lot of times people don't realize that there's deals in your own network that you may or may not know about. So if you're feeling froggy and you want to leap and you're the kind of person that is okay with calling people and you want to take action and you don't want to wait for something to come to you, this is a great way, especially like if, let's say you don't have any money to invest right now or whatever, this is a great way to get started, right? With no money, because you're literally just talking to people. So I did a whole video where I break this down. This is the actual script here that you go through when you call people. So I explained it in that video. And basically it just gives you the exact script and what it is that you want to say when you're on the phone. So if you watch that video, you'll see. And then the other thing is that's super important is this lead sheet right here. And so you want to fill this out almost like as if you're working for a company and you're not the person buying it, but like you just want to make sure you get everything, all this information. This is all strategic, okay? These questions are not here for no reason. These questions are here so that A, you come off professional, like you know what you're talking about, whether you do or you don't, the way that it's structured, you're able to come off professional. And two, you're able to see how desperate are they? What's wrong with the house? People will tell you what's wrong with their house way more than you will. They'll tell you this is wrong, that's wrong. You got to listen to all of that. So you start notating all that information, because all of that is where you get to like kind of negotiate the price. Once you figure out where their pain points are, right? Motivation. How about a mortgage? Do they have a mortgage? Do they own the property outright? Right? Something about real estate that people may or may not know is that if you are a single person, you can make up to $250,000 tax-free on a property. After that, you start paying taxes to Uncle Sam. So if you're married, you can make up to $500,000. So if somebody wants to sell their property and they don't owe anybody, and you can give them $250,000 and they don't got to tell Uncle Sam about it, like, that's a smart deal. And maybe the rest of it, they'll put it on the back end and you could do a payment plan, right? So again, there's a lot of creative ways in which you can do your offer depending on the situation. So that's why these things are important. So I go through all of this. I I go through all of this in the video, but I just want to show you guys. And then one of the also really good ones too is here when you come in and you're like, if I can make you an all cash offer and close on your timeline, meaning I'm going to close the deal when you want me to close it, not when I want to close it, right? So now they're saying, okay, you're going to give me an offer that a cash offer, and you're going to do it when I want to move out. Like, let's say they need a few months. Let's say, they want it they want to move out tomorrow, like whatever their thing is. Now you're making it comfortable for them. So, you ask them that, then they give you, then you say, like, if I can do that, what's your bottom line price? So they're going to tell you, my price is blah, blah, blah. The next question is, how flexible is that price? Because guess what? They're going to go down. Automatic. I've seen it. They go right down on the price right away, right? And so then you ask other questions, blah, blah, and then you finish it with this ending part right here. So I go through that in a video. I just kind of wanted to give you guys that precursor so that you knew that if this is something you want to do, you can actually go in here and look for it. Okay. You'll be surprised how many people may be going through a divorce, how many people may be having a death, right? Or how many people have a house that they're sick of, that they want to get rid of. Those are the best people for you to actually get as a lead. So now we have, let's see if he's listening. Gregory, you with us? So we have Gregory on the line. He's on mute. I know he's driving. He's moving around. He's moving. He's shaking.
Hey,
Gregory,
sorry.
how you doing? You're good.
I didn't notice I was on mute. How's everyone doing?
You're good. You're good.
I'm here.
We're good. So Gregory, you met me online. Is that right? Is that how you found me?
Yes, through social media.
And you called me when you had your first deal?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And that deal, it ended up not working out for you, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually show you. I got so many screens open. How can I show you guys this the best? Let me do this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to show you the text message. I like to be transparent. I like to show you guys everything. I'm going to show you the text message that Gregory sent me and what it is that he said in the message so that we can review it. And then we're going to go over Gerald's phone call next. And I want to break it down because I want to see what you guys get from this information. Like, what are you able to pull from the information? And let me show you the house in the meantime, in between time. That way you guys aren't waiting too long without seeing what's going on. Guys, if I could have you on camera, it's helpful for me because I can see if I'm talking too fast, if you don't understand something, like all of those things are crucial for me so that I'm able to give you the best experience possible. Very, very helpful. All right, so here we go. Boom. All right, so I can show you this now. So here's the property. It's in Johnston, Rhode Island. It's a 4-bedroom, 1-bath house, 1,100 square feet. So it's right under 1,200 square feet. So it is a little small for a single family. And here is the message that Gregory sent me. So if you guys can see here, she's asking 330. At first it was 310. So I'm guessing, I can only guess, but I'm gonna let Gregory talk on this. I guess she wanted $310,000, but then she needs $20,000 to move. Now, $20,000 to move sounds like a lot. So I don't know what that consists of. I'll let him explain. And she needs help relocating. She has a grant situation. I don't know what that means. No pictures on the inside, gave me her name and number. And then she wants to sell, but she's having a hard time to let somebody see it inside. So he told her that he was going to go by and look at the outside of the house. So then he said, can you try to call her, right? And so if she wants 330, he sent me a screenshot of what the house is worth. It's worth 381.2 according to Zillow, right? We can obviously take extra steps to make sure that that's correct. And then if you can just tell us, Gregory, a little bit of more information on what you mean by a grant situation
So
and the
basically, when I
20,000.
first this was a lead that I was doing drive for dollars. I ended up skip tracing, getting her phone number, ended up getting in contact with her. So basically, the overall information I gathered from her at first, when I first spoke to her, this is a lady that I've been speaking to for almost like 4 months, just keeping in contact with her, just trying to keep, this lead alive. So she basically started at 310. She just needed her motivation is just to relocate, trying to get out of Johnston. That's at first. She wants to get a multifamily. She wants to get help on her mortgage, basically, just overall put herself in a better financial situation. So over the months, I guess she been actually doing her information, checking if she owes anything. She figured out that she took a state assistance with her I think it was her light bill or utilities overall. So I guess her price went up right there. So she kind of just been stuck on that situation. So that's when I just sent all the information I could over to Blue.
All right. Now, I've done this before for you guys. I just want to look really quickly at land evidence. This is for the state of Rhode Island, if you're here. She's in Johnston, so we can go over to the tax assessors. And then we also want to go to land evidence because I want to see if there's a record of what that lady's talking about. So if I look up her address here, 135, I mean, you can do this for any city, any country. I mean, excuse me, any city, any state. You want to look for a tax assessor, and I've done plenty of videos on this. What is 13 Fairview? Of course. Is it because it's South Fairview? Fairview.
S Fairview, Johnston.
Let me look up the owner. It's not coming up. All right, here she is. So 13 SO Fairview. Okay, so it's SO. So here's her property information. It's assessed at 281, so it's assessed 100,000 less. We can see here that in 2014, it seems like she was given the property for $0. So it must have been signed over to her in 2014. Somebody paid 80,000. This is just a quick glance. So she's been there since 2016. So that's 8 years she's been there. And it seems like she's not paying anything, but I'm just gonna double check. And it's zone R15. I don't know what R15 is in Johnston. I don't know if that means single family. I would search that R15 zoning Johnston RI. So yeah, it's just telling you about the area, like that it's medium density, meaning it's not like a whole bunch of houses and it's not like wide far apart. So, but it's not telling me if I could build single or multi, but I'm guessing it's just single. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to look at. The next thing I want to look at is I want to look up her last name on the on the land evidence. So you look up her last name, then her first name, because we want to see what kind of documents are in her name. Let's just look up her last name. All right, so here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 documents. Gregory, did you do this for the property?
No, I did not.
Okay, so this is important then for you to understand too. This is things you can do for free. So here we see there's an execution of something. All right, I'm putting it in order. So she's going from 2016. This is the original mortgage that she had. You can click on it. They'll let you see it. You can see the whole entire mortgage. You can see how much she paid, right? All this information is available for you for free. You can do this for any property, okay? So here you can see that she got it for $5,000, or Rhode Island Housing gave her $5,000 maybe. It looks like they gave her $5,000, or they put a note for $5,000 on the back. It could be a second loan, a second lien. I'm not gonna sit here and read it, but 141 is what she paid for it. And then there's the deed that tells you that she owns it. All the screens are changing. So 144 is what she bought it for. Then there's an assignment of the mortgage, meaning it went from Rhode Island Housing to Coastway Bank. Is that right? Yeah, Coastway. So it went from one bank to the other, stayed at 141. The execution, an eviction. She was the tenant. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is a different address. She got evicted from some property. This is different from that, but it's weird that she would, oh, that's somebody else. My bad. I was like, it's weird that she would have a property and be evicted. My bad, that's somebody else. All right, so boom. Again, is this a different address? I don't know if her daughter has the same name, and that's where that could be coming from, because it's showing a few people. So I don't know if she signs a lease for her daughter on another property. All right, so then we have another mortgage, 39,000. This has to, I'm guessing, yeah, this is a loan from Rhode Island Housing. This is what she's talking to you about, okay? So she owes $40,000 to Rhode Island Housing. She did that 3 years ago. She might have done it for a renovation. Who knows if she actually did the renovation? And then here's the final documentation, which again, this is a bank. What happened with the bank? Judgment against the court, the sum of, oh, I cannot read that. $2,000, and $2,000 she has to pay for Citibank. I don't know, they sued her for $2,000, something along those lines. So she has not only the regular mortgage, she has another $40,000 on top of it. So that gives you negotiating power. If you know she paid 140 and 40, so she's at 180. Is that correct? It could be a little bit less. Okay, so that means when she's telling you that she wants 330, you subtract the 180 from that. She's trying to get 200 grand or something. 180 minus 330 minus 180, 150. So she's trying to make 150 on that deal, right? Did you know that, Greg?
Oh no, I did not.
Okay. So that's why it's important to do the due diligence and like go in there and do some research. Gerald, did you see anything different in what I showed than what I actually showed? I'm gonna go into your video now, into your audio now.
No, I don't.
In my little research.
I don't normally do any of that. It's good that you did, because that's good information to be aware of. You know, when
Yeah, I
I'm
like to be
talking,
equipped before I talk to them.
when I'm talking to a seller, my primary focus is listening to like what their motivation is, and you know what type of outcome are they looking to create. The reason why I don't do a lot of that due diligence up front is at with my experience, you know, I'm comfortable with not having those answers. You know, not saying that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but your experience is different. Yeah, your experience is gonna be different than
That's what I'm
theirs.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So what you did was some high end, you know, due diligence. Excuse my background. I stay in the hood.
It's all
But
good.
no. So a lot of that background is good. I'm normally not looking for what they're trying to walk away from unless I ask, like I ask it of them. But yeah, no, that's good. That's good stuff.
All right, so all that information is free, guys. So that's why I like to do it, because it just gives you an idea of what's going on and just so you have a background. Now we're gonna get into the actual audio of Gerald calling these people, and I want to know, I need you guys to participate. I need to know what you're getting from it. I'm gonna pause it at different parts. I'm gonna tell you what I think, but I want to hear what you think first. So let me know if you guys can hear this call. Can you guys hear that? No. All right, so I got to take off the AirPods. Let's take off the part. All right, let's try it again. Let's see if it'll let you hear it now.
Someone that was interested in buying the house.
Can you guys hear it now? All right, I'm gonna run it back.
Just calling. Yeah, my name is Gerald, and I work with someone that was interested in buying the house. And she told us to reach out and see what we could do to make her offer.
No, she's not here, but what you say, they have an offer. What's the offer? When I see it.
Guys, off the bat, what do you hear from this person? What do they sound like to you? Anybody? Tiffany got me. Go ahead, Tiffany. What do you hear?
They kind of sound like an AI recording type thing. Yeah, like sounds AI.
Okay. Did anybody get anything else by the way he was talking?
Maybe that he doesn't make the decisions like his wife does.
Okay. He said it was his mom, I believe.
His mother. Okay.
Yeah. So you got that's what you guys. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm hearing addiction. I'm hearing laziness. I'm hearing low motivation and a not competent, 100% competent individual. Like I can hear that just in the way that he's talking. He sounds like he's on the couch. You just caught him. He sounds very like he's not like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking. Like it's not that. He's given very lax, very could be under the influence of something. That's what I get from the jump. So that already tells me, okay, we have a situation here. So I'm gonna keep playing it.
What's the offer? I'll give it to her.
So off the back, he's like, what's the offer? How much are you giving me? Even though he's not the person, how much money are you giving us? What's the offer? I'm gonna let her know. Off the back, he's trying to sell this bad boy. How much money are you giving me? Right? That's what I get from it. Gerald, and you guys may get something else. I'm gonna give you my interpretation of what I'm getting.
When I see it.
Well, I had some questions before I was able to make the
Well, what's the questions? I live here and I know some stuff.
Sure. So what's the general condition of the house? Because we weren't able to get in yet.
The general condition is fine. The roof has brand new shingles, but a couple of them blew off with the wind, but there's no leaks or anything. So that's fine. The roof's good.
Guys, how do you have brand new shingles, but some of them got taken with the wind? That doesn't, to me, that doesn't, if they're brand new, they're not going to be taken with the wind. So again, red flag here with the roof. There's something with the roof happening.
The cabinets are all there. They're not broken apart. They're just, they're all white.
Sure.
They got the handles, everything, There's got a dishwasher that goes in the island.
Yeah.
Right now we got a stainless steel one in there. And, the refrigerator fits good. It goes like, it tucks in next to the counter. So it's out of the way. It looks good.
This is a 4-bedroom?
Yeah, 4-bedroom, stainless steel. And the stove is, the kitchen's pretty it's pretty set. Stainless steel appliances.
Right.
Microwave, that vents outside. Big window in the kitchen. Nice big window over the sink for when you wash dishes.
Yep.
Let me see what else. The bathroom has a $1,200 industrial fan vent that sucks out all the moisture and smoke and all the all the bad air and it replaces it with fresh air.
That's a red flag for me too. Gerald, what did you get when he said that? Like what was your interpretation of him expanding the fan?
I was just letting him talk.
You didn't care. You weren't listening. You were just like, you were just going through the motions. Okay.
Yeah, I'm so there's need to know information and there's nice to know information. And when I'm on the phone, I like to let them talk, and because that builds rapport. And when I chime in, it's very intentional. It's almost to direct it a certain way or gather some information. If you notice that he asked how much, I never answered that question. Just trying to sense how involved he is in the decision-making process. To Blue's point, he seems a little transient, and you know, not necessarily always there, all there, probably some type of substance abuse issue. Go ahead.
So the whole thing with the fan, he said he was saying that it's automatic, it's not automatic, it comes on when you turn on the shower. Like it
Yeah,
just,
that to me is like, okay, cool. It's a vented fan in the bathroom. Like, okay. You know, it ain't necessarily nothing special.
okay.
You know?
So I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing it.
And that stays on. There's no switch for it, so it comes on. Well, there's a switch, you know, to turn it off if you really want it off, but it's usually automatic. So it comes on when somebody takes a shower, so it sucks up some moisture in this, so it doesn't rush your heaters in the bathroom and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
And
now has she?
It also has 3 different. With a brand new shower head, it has like 4 different options for the shower head.
Okay.
I feel like everything he's talking about is not important. Like it's like he's digging. Like, oh, I got a pink wall. I got like he's saying all these things that aren't really like important for like structural, plumbing, electrical. Like those are the things that matter when it comes to a property. So I think that's interesting.
No,
But
they
this is about getting comfortable and about getting like kind of reading between the lines.
They are important if you're trying to sell the house in a traditional fashion. But
you can't see it.
We're investors, and so a lot of that stuff in the kitchens and bath we're gonna fix anyway. So I'm just letting him, you know, talk.
Get comfortable. Yeah. But if you can't see it, I mean, it's all make believe until you actually put your eyes on it. So go ahead.
Yeah. No, but I already plan on doing something to the bathroom and kitchen and painting, and you know, like I'm already planning. So anything that he's saying, I'm just taking it in, and it's all good, you know.
All right, I'm gonna keep playing it.
I just put a new faucet, and a new drain. That looks pretty good. The sink, there's nothing wrong with the sink. It's just 100% perfectly white and shiny. No scratches. Looks good. The tiles are not broke. They're all here. None of them are scratched up. The floor's good still in there. And it's the same floor as the one in the kitchen and always tile.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. The parlor has hardwood floors. Ceiling fan with a remote. It's a new ceiling fan because we just put that. I just put that in like 2 years ago. So because I had an old one and it was just like, you know, we want to upgrade a little bit. And I have remote control too. The ceiling fan in the parlor.
It sounds like a really nice house. Why does she want to move and sell it?
Well, she's trying to get
That was really good. Gerald did so good there. He wasn't trying to let Gerald talk, but that was so good because he's like, what's the motivation here? That's what he's trying to figure out. He's like, dang, it sounds so nice. Like you're saying all these great things. Like, why would she want to sell it? So here comes the truth.
Something like more like a multiple, or like something with an in-law, or something with the, you know, like a couple houses on the same property type of a thing. And she's worried about my other sister who has a lot of kids, who is going through DCOF and stuff like that right now. So
she tried to skip through that mad quick. DCYF. If you're not from Rhode Island, you may not know what that is. That's Child Protection Services. So his sister is having issues with her kids. That already justifies the thought that I had of some kind of, you know, some kind of usage of some kind of substance, because, or just maybe mentally not fully capable, right? Because it doesn't always have to be drug abuse. It could also be mental capabilities that make people put their kids in high risk situations. So this is telling me that the family is messy. There's some stuff happening, right? And obviously she wants more space. She wants to be able to take care of her family and have everybody under one house. So that's what I'm getting from that. Did anybody want to share anything different that they're getting? Because there could be different perspectives too. So I'm open to hearing if somebody has something else to say. If not, I will continue.
She's trying to get like, you know, a multiple situation, you know.
She needs more space, is what you're saying.
Exactly, yeah, because everybody can't live here in one house. So now, she's trying to.
Does she have a mortgage on the house? Do you know?
On this house?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a mortgage. We pay about $980 a week or something, $988 a week.
Okay.
That's just because it got lowered because we just we ended up just paying $20,000 towards the mortgage, and we paid off the water and the sewer, and we did some type of deal for them to I forgot some type of deal they're doing the mortgage company.
So because I already researched this, I already found out that Rhode Island Housing gave them $40,000. If he said it was for water and sewage and all of that, that means that stuff potentially got shut down. You know, they had to get that back on. They obviously, like, it seems like big issues were happening if they needed to go out and get the loan for that, right? So that's why having that information, that research beforehand, kind of helps you fully understand what he's talking about and putting the pieces together.
And we qualified, so that was more money that they put towards the, towards the main, towards the mortgage payment.
So you trying to stay in Johnston, or are you open to a different city?
We're pretty much open to a different city because, we're pretty much done with Johnston. They don't got, they only got 2 schools, and, we're done with that particular part of it because, they just don't like the schools. My nieces and nephews and everything. The schools are just not for them because it's just so easy. It's just like you show up and that's it. You get A's and B's. They want something. They want like a challenge. They want to go.
Guys, is anybody believing what he is saying about the schools not being challenging enough for the kids? Does that seem accurate? Does that seem like he's being honest here about that?
I mean, it's his perspective, but it's nice to know information I need to know.
I'm just curious. Okay, so for what it does for me is it tells me that these kids are causing trouble in school. They've already messed up their reputation in the 2 schools, so now they need to go to another city so that they can start fresh and whatever. That's what I'm getting. I don't think
a whole lot.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am. And that's why I'm like, yo, does anybody have a different perspective to add? Because I'm not buying it. DCYF, like all the trigger words that I'm hearing troubled youth.
Go to a school where it's like, a little bit more exciting, more field trips. It's sort of just like, it's the only high school in the whole Johnston. So that's kind of like, everybody bumps into each other, and like, it's just like, Providence and other places, they have multiple middle schools and high schools. So it's like
Providence wouldn't be out of the question.
No, Providence wouldn't be out of the question as long as it's not like in a really suspiciously hot spot that drug dealers around and fucking we don't want shit. We already lived over there like that. We lived on Putnam.
Oh, okay.
So we lived there for 12 years before we moved there. So. But she actually owned this house for a while now. I think it's coming on about 10 years she owned this house.
Okay.
It's actually 8 years because I did the math.
Do you know what she was asking for the house?
I'm not sure, but I know right now, let me see, she was asking, I think it was, I'm not sure. I got to get back to her now because I don't want to say the wrong number and then she gets mad at me or something,
All right. Well, I'm definitely in the ballpark of somewhere around 300, 250, 300. I would just need to see the inside to kind of verify some things. So, did my number come up on your phone?
Let me see.
Or you want to take my number down?
Right now it says conference call. I'd have to go back to the call log, and I can't do that right now, Wallace.
Gerald, I had a question. When he said it says conference call, did he have you on a 3-way? Or because you were recording it?
That's because I was recording the call.
Okay. All right.
I was speaking. So
all right.
I'd have to check it out.
It's 401.
Yeah.
952.
Hold on, let me get a pen.
All right.
Notice my tonality. Like I'm very paused and kind of talking the way that he's talking to me.
All right, go ahead.
401-952
952
5772.
5577.
My name is Jerry.
When I put it on mute, can you guys still hear it? No?
Jerry. Okay.
Jerry. Yep.
Gerald, I don't know if you caught this. He asked you if you were the guy up the street, and at the end of the call, he still thinks you're that guy. So what I'm thinking is that somebody else they're negotiating with is close by. I would have tried to pull out that information because that's just me. But like you said, things that you need to know and things that are nice to know. I like to be well informed.
I catch everything that he says. Again,
But you're going straight to the goal. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
With a J.
Is this your number?
Yeah, that's my number. Yeah. So she can give me a call back. Has she considered listing the house with an agent, like a realtor?
Yeah, she actually I think she actually has one that's trying to do that with her, but I don't know if she's gonna allow him to do it because she could practically sell the house by herself. It's like selling itself,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
she don't have to pay. She don't have to pay a $10,000 commission, or you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So who knows?
I'm not buying that. I think it's because the house is a mess.
But yeah, she probably she wants to use a realtor. She wants to. She'll pay the commission fees because you sell it quicker, and
I'm interested in buying it. So if she can let me know when I can come by and take a look.
So you actually buy houses and sell them, fix them up, sell them, or do you actually just some of them you actually keep and maybe let your uncle move in, or some of them you move into or something?
No, what I do is some of them I fix and sell, some of them I fix and keep and rent out, and so I come across all kinds of stuff all the time. That's why I was saying if you need a multi-family, maybe we could trade houses. Maybe I could find something suitable for what you're looking to do, and if the prices are in the same ballpark, we could just swap houses.
Yeah, she might be interested in something like that.
Gerald, I'm curious to know why you offered to swap houses. This is not
just to introduce creativity in working something out. Like I didn't expect him to understand what I was saying, but I wanted to throw it out there to see, if he would be on, you know what I'm saying, open to the conversation.
Okay. I'm trying to find the file again so I could play it. 1 second.
Ronia.
Yes, Lori.
I know I apologize coming in late. So is this a call that you're just showing people what a call would be like of a seller trying to, is he a wholesaler, Gerald? Is that what?
No, he's one of the family members of the seller.
Oh,
so
family
I
member.
called,
Okay.
so I called looking to talk to the lady that owned the house.
Okay.
And he answered the phone.
Got it.
And he was open to having a conversation about it. So I just had the conversation to see what information I could get from him as to how flexible they are, what they're trying to do, that type of thing.
Okay. Thank you.
So this deal was sent to me by Gregory, he's in the room right now. And he wanted me to call, and then I had Gerald call. Gerald recorded it, so we're reviewing the recording now, looking at the deal to see if it's worth buying.
Got it.
Price.
Thank you. Sorry.
You're welcome. We're almost done.
Okay.
401. So she can give me a call back. Has he considered listing the house?
I pay the commission fees because sell them, fix them up, sell them,
rent out, and
she might be interested in something like that.
Yeah. So, because it sounds like she needs a little bit more space, you know, the family.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so yeah, we might be able to accommodate that. But yeah, if she can give me a buzz when I can come by, you know, and I'll make a formal offer, cash offer, and you know, I could generally close within 30 days. You know, if you need a little longer to move, need help moving, you know, we could talk about that.
Yeah, you probably need help moving a little longer too, as well.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, if we can, if depending on the situation, we're flexible. So just, you know, have her shoot me a text or give me a call and we'll schedule something. I'll be around all week.
All right, I'll have her give you a call. We'll see. Well, you know, I'll see where this goes. So,
all right. What was your name, my friend?
My name is Mark.
All right, Mark. All right, man. I appreciate your time.
All right, take it easy. I'm gonna get out there and, you know.
All right, that's cool.
Get that looked at.
All right.
So it's right there. It's right there on both doing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know what he's talking about right there, and to just edit that and add, you know, it's not relevant. So.
You said you don't know what he's talking about right there. What?
I didn't know what he was talking about or what he was speaking of. What I wanted to do. So
Gerald, Gerald, you're breaking up. But I just wanna show you guys real quick how to tell if the house is worth it for that price. So if you go on Zillow, this is just preliminary checks if you don't know. You go on Zillow, type in the address. Here's the address, 15 South Fairview in Johnston. We know she only has to pay out 180. All right. And then you look at other homes in the area. This is the comparable homes. So these are comps, unofficial, like not from realtors, but just comps. And so we're looking at 1,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. This one sold for 415. All right. But it was also 2 bathrooms and it was about 100 more square feet. So it's a little bit bigger. And it also has a garage on the side. I don't think hers does. This one's 1,300 square feet. It sold for 365. Right. So this is telling you 1,400, 365. This is also a much bigger house. 1464. It just looks bigger. Maybe it's just a design. This one's 395, 20 days ago, but again, it has another bathroom. So it shows you that if you add another bath to this property, well, this one sold for 395. So this property is selling in the area as low as, let's see, 395 is the highest. No, 415, but yeah, so from 415, well, let's go for 395. 395. So 350 to 395. This is the lowest, this is the highest that house can sell for. So if she's asking for 330, that's a little rich, in my opinion. Where are we with Gregory? Gregory, do you have anything to add to, I don't know if you're still here. He might be gone. Gerald, did you have anything to add to this conversation?
Yeah, so I don't get concerned with what they're asking. I just want to know what it is. But when I look at the property and creating a deal, you got to run your numbers. And so I want to get an idea where her thought process is, and then you're going to look at the after repair value. You know, you're going to run your numbers on that. Depending on the condition, you'll build in a rehab budget, and then that'll tell you what you got to offer. You know, and if you're wholesaling it, you're going to add a wholesale contingency or consideration, and you know, you present the offer in writing, and they either accept it or not. You know, and so like I said, with the whole conversation, I'm just listening for motivation. I'm listening for just what the situation is, what they're trying to accomplish. You know, it sounds like the owner of the house is kind of the matriarch, and she has, you know, a big family that she's ultimately has to take care of. And you know, and she don't got enough space. And so she's trying to, you know, figure that out. So that's what I took from it. And the fact that she don't want to show the house tells me that the condition is questionable. And so, you know, I'm trying to get in the house. Like, hey, when can we come by and look at it? And then I get your offer, type of thing. So that's what it is.
That's what's up. Does anybody have any questions? This is a good time to ask questions before I go on to the next deal that was presented to me. Does anybody have any questions about any of this? Okay. So the next deal is in Miamisville, Ohio, Miamisburg, Ohio. There's a piece of land that I recently wholesaled, and it was a divorced couple, and the land belonged to the husband. They wanted to sell the land, and then after the land was sold, they would sell the house. So that land was sold to me for $4,000, and then I sold it to somebody for 10,000. So here's now they're contacting me about the house next door. They want me to get the house next door. And so I haven't had a chance because I've been so busy to analyze it. So I want to go ahead and do that with you guys. So this is the property, 232 Sutton Street in Miamisburg, Ohio. And Zillow's estimating it at 155. They're asking 180. Let me show you guys. Am I able to screenshot this? Let me do this. I'm gonna just do this for you guys. Tell me if you guys can see this. Okay, so it's on this side. I don't know if you guys can see it or if it's too small. This information here, they're asking for 180. The market value, he's saying it's 250 to 260. So right off the bat, Zillow's saying 150, not 250 or 260. So that's already a red flag. Why is there such a price discrepancy, right? On this. So if I look at other properties, 2,400 square feet, none of these have 2,400 square feet. They're all under, but they're all, let's see, 226. Okay, so that's where they're getting this number from, because these ones are smaller. But I think I looked at these, and these are all like renovated. Where this is a older looking house. Right here, everything's a little old school, so that would need to be completely renovated. They actually ended up sending me pictures, but they're saying that it's owner occupied. The roof is 9 years old. Boiler is 6 years. Kitchen and remodel. They need 30 days to move out, and $3,000 in escrow will be held until it's vacant. That's to guarantee that they're going to move out, right? So they're saying, like, in order for you to know that we're actually going to move out, we're going to put $3,000 of the sale on the side for you guys for 30 days. Let me try to make this bigger so you guys can see. Okay. Okay, so he sent me a million things, but what I wanted to show you is the updated picture. So he sent me pictures of the actual place. So here they are. I can tell a lot by looking at a picture. The walls are just like a little older. Some of the vinyl here, unless this is paint, this might need to get repainted. This is like a 70s rug. That's definitely gonna have to get pulled up. Yeah, that's all gonna need to be updated. Right here, suspect. It looks like leaks. This is all suspicious. This tape thing here, tape here. This is all suspicious activity. Something's happening here that they're trying to cover up. And also the peeling of the thing, like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but this looks pretty decent. The guy was telling me that it's move-in ready. This is the kitchen. He was telling me that it's move-in ready. Okay, so this is better. The last time they sent me pictures of just the floor, I couldn't even see anything. So this isn't bad. This is pretty move-in ready. Like it's not like here you would just do fresh cork. What did I say? Maybe over here, I might need some fresh cork by the cup. You might have to scrape that out and put fresh cork, but that looks pretty decent. Old school radiator system. If you wanted to update the heating, you could, but that would be, an expense anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 that I may or may not want to spend. Here, all this dog hair or cat hair or whatever that is, I don't know if that's going to be an issue. There may need to be some flooring put here. There may have to be some odor removed. Again, with the rugs, I'm not sure what's going on, like if that needs to be replaced. But nothing looks dramatic or like super intense. Again, this is just old, dated things. So you would pull up this rug, you would pull up the floor, add new floors. That's not an expensive thing to do. That could be, under $2,500 to do that. These floors, if you wanted to, you could just sand them. That's probably like another $1,000 to sand those floors and poly them. So where are we at? 35 to paint all of this. Probably at $5,000 right now. $5,000 to $7,000 probably to get this all spick and span with paint. It actually looks better than I thought. So yeah, I hadn't seen these pictures. So yeah, the kid's trying to sell it to me. He says he got a lowball offer of $270. So he wanted to, no, he got a lowball offer of $260. So he wanted to know if I'd take it for $270. So what do you guys think that house is worth buying for $270?
I don't think so.
Is it $270 that he wants, or is it $170? Hold on, it might be $170. Yeah, it's $170.
Yeah, if it's one, yeah.
Yeah, it's $170. My bad. If it's $170, they're saying that the rent would be $1,700 in that area. If I look at Section 8 for Miamisburg, that's another thing too. You want to look at the Section 8 price. Miamisburg, Ohio. Let's look really quickly because it'll tell us how much we can get if we were to do Section 8. That's also like a good reference point for the pricing. So we have 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So, oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's this one right here. Yeah. So I know that this is a legit website. I'm going to tell you guys real quick how I know. So this right here, I wouldn't trust it, the .us one. But here, this is a .org. And it talks about the Housing Choice Voucher Program, which is there's the new word for Section 8. So I would trust this to be a reliable source. So here it is. This is the website for the actual county. And so here they tell you effective for a 2-bedroom, they'll give you $1,228. $1,228. So they're saying if it's estimated at 150, so 170. Yeah. So basically, this, guys, is this a flip or is this a buy and hold? Like, what do you guys get from this? Is this a flip or a buy and hold? Do we know how to tell the difference? I know some people do in here, but some may not. Lori, you gotta know, buddy.
I don't know. I would say buy and hold.
Who was that? I can't see.
Tiffany.
Okay, Tiffany. You say it's a buy and hold. Okay. I agree. Lori.
Yep.
What do you think of this property here?
I mean, it needs a lot of work, looks like. So if you're gonna flip it, you'd have to, it'd probably be better as a rental.
Yeah, I said about 7,000 is what it probably needs.
Yeah.
To just spruce it up.
Which is not a ton. It's not a ton of money, but you could rent it out and still make out.
Yeah. So this is something that it's kind of like gonna pay for itself. So if you like want to hold on to a property and like think about the long run or something like that, then this would be something to get. But for me, this isn't enticing enough for me to care about it. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell him I'm not interested. I just wanted to analyze 2 deals with you guys
Yeah.
that have come across my plate today. We've come up on the hour. I was gonna keep going with something else that I learned about. I could introduce you to it, but we should probably get off, especially because you guys don't have any questions, and there's not really much more for me to show you guys. But I did learn about land banks. Have you guys heard about land banks?
No.
No.
Anybody know what land banks are?
Never heard of it.
Okay. So a land bank, if you look it up, let me see where this document is right here. Yeah. So if you look up a land bank, let me show it. So what happens? This is an opportunity to get a deal. This is another opportunity to get a deal. So what is a land bank in the US? So they're not financial institutions. They're a public or community-owned entity. So it's owned by the public or the community for a single purpose. All they do is they acquire, they manage, they maintain, and they repurpose vacant, abandoned, and foreclosed properties. So the worst abandoned houses, the forgotten buildings, and the empty lots. So basically, anything that is not being maintained, or like, let's say somebody passed away and didn't leave it to anybody else, or it's abandoned or whatever. A land bank is an organization that gets together and they actually take over those properties. And they don't necessarily take over it. Sometimes they'll keep it. Like, let's say, like if you see like a community garden or something like that, where they let the community come in and usually those are like owned by land banks, but they also sell you the properties. So what's really cool about that is that you can buy vacant lots at a discounted price. You can buy houses at a discounted price. So I was told about 3 land banks. If you want to write them down, this is one of them. I'll put them in the chat. This is one of the land banks right here. And I'm going to show you, you click properties, and they have vacant lots. They have properties with structures and side lot programs. So I went to go look. Oh yeah, so here are the vacant lots that they have available. But obviously do your research.
Brunia,
Yes?
I'm sorry. This question has to do with it has to do with what you're talking about, but so can someone explain to me, how do I save that information in the chat? I've never done that. Saved in the chat.
You could just click it and then it'll open a window for you, and then you can look at it later. That's one way.
Okay.
But that's a really good question.
Take a picture of it.
Take a picture of. That's another good idea. Yeah, that's true.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was a good question. There's no stupid questions. So one of the things we want to do, guys, we know how to do our due diligence, right? So like if we want to look on Zillow, you can look for this address, see if there's other land close by, how much it's sold for, right? In order for you to have an understanding. So you research the area. So this is a specific area in Indiana. All right. So if we look at this property right here, this is an auction. This is the way that you get these. This is through an auction. Minimum bid is $100 for you to do it on the property. They close the last Friday of each month. You guys can read this, but basically you submit an offer. At this point, this auction is closed, but I just wanted to show you guys some land banks, because these are great opportunities for you to buy a property at a discount. Okay, so that's one. The other one is this one here, Kansas City. I'll link this one too. And this one is Missouri, which there was like a $25,000 piece of land that I was selling in Missouri that Gerald had. But I think he's off the line as well. But here again, here they want you to do a background check, I guess, in order for you to be able to bid, and they charge you $85 administration fee. So I mean, it's going to be $110, right, for you to like kind of get registered with them. And then they need your social security card, federal information, and then if they want to make sure that you have enough money to actually buy it, you have to show them that you can actually buy the land. Where is the actual properties? I feel like I saw them. Did I? Oh yeah, right here. So my bad. So right here it says vacant lots and land for sale. So we can look here, guys. You have a single family for how much? $10,000. Okay. Another one for 20,000. Right? These are obviously going to need work, but it's worth looking and seeing what the houses go for in this area and kind of figuring out what's a good deal, right? Even if you have to fix everything in it, like you want to calculate, you know, $80,000 to $100,000, like if you had to redo a house, right? And see if it's worth it. This is just going off the top. This is just a good way for you to estimate. This doesn't mean that those are real numbers until you actually get somebody out there to go take a look. You can get somebody out there by hitting Facebook groups and looking for contractors in that city. I love doing that. Damn, there's so many properties here. It's not even funny. This one looks decent, but just by looking at it. This is just, oh no, this is bad. This isn't decent. This is work. But if this is worth $300,000, it may be worth it, right? But I don't know. I have to look at the area. I don't know what houses go for in this area, but something worth researching. So just giving you guys a couple of leads. This is, damn, this goes to infinity, dog. They have a lot of properties. That's like no joke. Kansas City, Missouri. Let's look. Well, I don't think it's in the, I mean, it could be in these neighborhoods with $400,000 houses. We would look up the zip code. I just wanted to do a quick search, but now I'm wondering 64127. 64127. 64127. So this property is $50,000. This one's $225 in the same area. So that's interesting. That's a big discrepancy. 94, 124, 129, 185, 65. That one's tiny. 1,000 square feet. So anyways, you know, start looking around, seeing, you know, just some things may not be available in your area, but you could always look. I would check and see how much Rhode Island, how much Section 8 is giving in this area for a 2-bedroom, right? And see if it'll cover the mortgage if you're making money. These are just ways to look at other options outside of your area if your area is too expensive. And then this is the last one here, which is in New York. So this one's in Syracuse. And this one here, let's see. Oh, that's cool. If you're a public employee, you get a discount. You get up to half of the price of the listing. Ooh, that's like the good neighbor next door. So see, this is when you find a partner that works for the city of Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? You find a partner that works for the city of Syracuse, then guess what? You're gonna get the house for half off. Like these are the little hacks. Like read your stuff. You never know. You might find somebody who's in Syracuse who wants to, you might have a cousin in Syracuse. Okay, this is the contract, but I'm trying to look at the houses, baby. Oh, they're right here. They're right at the top. So, and also, even though it's half off, it says you can't go over 20,000. So, like, don't get too excited. They only give you up to $20,000, but that's still $20,000 is $20,000. Estimated renovation. Oh, so they're telling you how much it costs to fix it. So, oh, look, so they're selling this for 20 grand, and they're telling you it's going to be about 145 to fix it. So it's 170. Right? So where is this? Oh, here it is. 107 Mark Ave. Can y'all see? Okay. So now let's look up this property on Zillow real quick. And then I'm out of here, guys, because I do have to go. But I just want to, oh, so they listed it. They listed it. So what's the value? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is this worth if it were fixed up? They tried to list it for 60, went down to 25. Now they're down to 20. Look at that. Where's the recently sold? Here we go. Boom. So 107. What is this? Oh, 2,200 square feet. Damn. Is this a two? Yeah, this is a two family. So that means you can get two rents. Does it tell you what the rents are? I would check what the rents are for a two family. This is a 3-bed. Let me write this down. 3-bed, 1 bath, two each, 2-fam, 2,256 square feet. You're gonna be all in for 170. Is that the price? One all in for 165. All in for 165 on a two family. And it's 2,200 square feet. These are all small. 1.6, 1.7, 22 right here, 29. So these are pretty inexpensive. 94 and 62. I don't know that they sold. And you can look for recently sold homes too. Let's get out of here. I don't know it's something, I think it's in the filters. You do recently sold. You got that. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, this is what due diligence looks like if you're looking to do properties in other areas. But I feel like at 170 all in, we're looking at about a like $1,200 to $1,300 mortgage. So depending on how much they'll give you for, let's see, Syracuse. And even if this deal doesn't work out, right, it'll at least put you onto a new area, and like maybe you'll get the $60,000 house, right? And with the $60,000 house, you can check and see how much they would pay for. They don't want to give you the information. How much they would pay for they're not giving, they're not making this easy for me to just get a price for you guys. No, guys. Like, how much are you giving? Okay, I think this is when they own the properties. Oh, so like I was saying, you might just get put onto an area. Maybe you get the $60,000 one, and that one makes more sense for you than like adding, $130,000 in repairs, right? So it's up to you. I'm just trying to see how much they pay per bedroom, and they are not telling me. Let's type in rents. Section 8 rents. Dang, dog. All right, that took forever. So it's saying 3,000. Oh, but this is in New York. That doesn't mean that it's that area, Syracuse. All right. They're not making this easy for me. Like for me to have to like tell you guys quickly, they're not making this easy. Because this is for New York as a state. This isn't. Does that mean that everybody gets the same amount? Because if that's the case, and that's super. If they'll give you 3,000 for a 2-bedroom, this is a no-brainer. Which I don't know that they will, but if they do, then that's $6,000 that you get on a $170,000 house. That is a no-brainer because you'll be making $5,000 a month. I don't think that's the price. Another way we can find out real quick.
I know with Section 8s, like they have their own county as well.
Yeah.
Like some do.
No, for sure. That's why I'm gonna look at the Syracuse. I'm gonna look at the, what do you call it instead? The Craigslist, just so we can see how much is what is it? 2-bed, 3-bed, 3-bed. Oops, what the hell did I click? A 3-bed, 2,400, 1,500. That's a big difference, 15 to 24. So it looks like 15. So you would get 3,000. You would get 3,000 on the property, just about. So 3,000 for 100 and, what did I say? 180 all in. Is that worth it? Your mortgage is like 1,500, 1,300, 1,500 plus expenses. That's a maybe. Like if you get a few of them, yeah, now we're talking probably, right, to make it worth your while. So I just wanted to check those. What is it?
No, I said I agree with you.
Yeah, I just wanted to go through these real quick with you guys just to kind of see, what the land banks were given. But this one right here, this one's 52 for the renovation. 58 is what they're asking. Oh no, package means they have more than one house. Hold on. 3-floor, living room, dining room, clothes, estimated renovation cost 52. For 110, home must be sold as an owner-occupant renovation. Oh, okay. So they want people to live there. So this isn't for us out-of-state investors. These two particular properties are not for us. But what I would like you to do is to look for land banks in your area, in your state, and see what you come up with, and see if there's any kind of deals in your area instead. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would recommend. I hope I gave you guys enough information today. We went through a few properties. We went through a wholesale deal that was brought to me that they needed me to call. We went through that. We went through the property that was sent to me in Ohio, where I wholesaled the land next to it. And we looked at 3 land banks to see some deals in Indiana, Missouri, and New York. So that's all I have. I don't know if you have any questions, Tiffany. How was this? This was your first call. How was it for you?
It was good. A lot of good information. I took notes, and I'm about to look up the land banks in my area right now.
Yeah, why not, right? Like, what if they have something super cheap and you get a relationship with somebody, and you just never know. You can always get maybe a better deal, or they can tell you about it before they put it in. Like, you just never know. So,
right,
friendships worth making. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rooms you want to get into.
Right.
Well, Lori, you said you had a question about the mentorship. Did you want to ask me now?
I want to ask you on the side because it's a little convoluted question.
Okay, it's all good. Well, Lori, Tiffany's our new coaching student. So you want to say hi to
Tiffany?
Her? She's in
Hi,
California.
Tiffany. Hi, you're in California?
Yes.
Sunny California.
Right?
Gerald's from California too, but he lives in Rhode Island now.
Tony is awesome.
Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lori's known me since I started 2 years ago. Right, Lori? You were in the trenches with me.
2 years, 2 years, We almost did a deal together, almost. We were close.
We almost did. But see, deals come all the time. Like, but are they really?
I'm not giving up. We're gonna do one. I know we are.
No, of course we are. Of course we are. But I'm just saying, everybody worries about the money. It's not about the money. It's actually the deal. The deal is the thing you have to find. Because we just looked at 3 different deals and they weren't really deals that made sense for us. But once we find one that makes sense, it's like a no-brainer. Like, let's jump on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was making $3,000 a month, that would have been like a no-brainer. Like, that's $6,000 and you're only paying $1,000 mortgage. Like, that'd be all day. You're making 4 G's on a house. That's nice.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case for that one. But you never know. We might find something. So just keep looking.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right.
So I'm gonna stop the recording now. I'm gonna disconnect the line. Thank you for joining us, Tiffany. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. Thank you.
And Lori, we'll have a conversation on the side, okay?
Thanks.
All right. Good night. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Have a good night.